KG6QHK on frequency.
Yep, you should be able to hear yourself with a couple second delay.
Yeah, I was checking my readability on that end. It looks like I'm coming in on his radio at about an S9 plus, maybe 10, maybe 15.
Yep, yeah, you're about S5, S6 over here, but I think as you said, your antenna's pointed in his direction. I can actually, he is currently pointed, I don't have it up on the screen right now, but I can see it. He's currently pointed south at the moment. Yeah, I'm pointed dead at him, dead at Friant. Okay, here's for the fun trick. So I'm gonna rotate him towards our direction, and my signal's gonna come up into his station. So that's yeah. Check. Yeah, now I'm like 20 over. Okay, give it a try. K6USY.
KG6QHK. Check-in.
Yeah, not too much different, but very good. Yeah, I'm omnidirectional, so when his antennas are pointed at Fresno, it makes a difference.
Say again your last. I had a momentary interruption.
Oh, no worries. I was just saying I'm omnidirectional, so I'm running 2 horizontal loops on this band. So I hear in all directions and I transmit in all directions. I'm horizontal, but not on a beam.
Well, you're doing pretty good for running HO loops, I guess.
I have made it all the way down to Mexico with this antenna. Granted, it was FT8, but I've made it all the way down to Mexico with this setup.
Not too shabby at all.
Yeah, it helps that the guy in Tijuana has got a big giant tower with a bunch of antennas pointed north. But yeah, it was that was pretty good for 75 watts and a pair of hole loops making it down to Mexico. Yeah. Now, see, I originally bought this beam, just a small, that small beam that you pointed out to me. Bought it to work the repeaters in the area, but now doing sideband, weighing my options. Well, the obvious option is you need more antennas.
Well, yeah, that's eventually going to happen. Frank, W6BDS, has given me some ideas on how to mount a few more using the mounting hardware from the old satellite dishes that my dad has gone through over the years. He's gone from dish to direct. Now he went back to dish after a few years, so he's got like 2 of those parabolics sitting on the ground in the backyard.
You could you could get into microwave. You can do 5.7 gig.
Yeah. I was looking at them thinking, I don't know what I can do with the antennas themselves, but the mounting brackets where they mount them to the eave, I could actually use those to put up a small mast anchored to the eave or to a like a 4x4 or whatever, and then put up a mast and put some more antennas up.
Yeah, that's a good way to mount verticals, something that doesn't have a ton of wind load. And those are pretty plentiful sometimes, which is good. You can also find stuff like that on Amazon and other places like that. So I ended up just bolting some unistrut to my eave, and that's where all my stuff is mounted. I turned around and now I have like 8 antennas on the roof.
Yeah, well, whenever you drive by one of our houses, you can always tell Ham lives there.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It also, It also helps that I live on the corner, so pretty much everybody that is on my street sees the antennas.
Well, in the event everything goes to heck in a handcart and somebody needs to get a message out, they know where to go.
Yep, and I actually just set up my system for backup power now. So if I lose power while I'm on the air, the radio is dumped to a battery automatically. I actually just got that installed today.
Very good, very good. Wonder, just getting off here for a couple to see who else might be coming on to frequency. KG6QHK.
W6BBS is here, and you need to come up or come down in frequency a little bit, John. You're sounding Donald Ducky.
Yeah, that's what I told him.
Yeah, Frank, give me some more chatter.
Oh, well, chatter I can give you. In fact, a lot of people will tell you that's about all I could give you is a bunch of chatter. But anyways, chattering away there. And everything should be good on my end. My GPS says it's locked, and so...
Maybe if I talk like this, maybe this will mess you up a little bit, huh, John?
Oh, nice to know you have helium on hand, Frank.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you sound a little better there. What do you think, Aaron?
Yeah, that sounds a lot better. Yeah, he was about 50 hertz high. I already checked it. And yeah, you're on frequency, so you're locked in, Frank.
Copy that, copy that. Yeah, I definitely, I need to get up the hill in the next few, by the way.
Hang on, give me a second.
Good evening, all. KJ6TYO1009.
Hi, Ron.
Hello, Ron.
Hello.
What day were you thinking, John?
Either mañana or Saturday, if either of those work for you.
Tomorrow would probably work. I was just fixing to look at weather and make a guesstimate. Saturday, I will be at Mike's. We've been, we kind of rained out for a few days, and we got a lot of projects going, so I want to definitely be down there Saturday.
Yeah, copy that, copy that. Did your driveway hold up?
Well, yeah, it always holds up. The biggest problem with the driveway is, and if you're ever up here, you'll understand what I mean. You've been on this pad; it's rock solid, but when you get enough rain on it, especially at the beginning of it, but when you get enough the rain on it, that surface half inch or so of this material just kind of starts to float, and the material settles into the bedrock, the water settles in the bedrock, and all the loose stuff on the surface just kind of floats and makes like a little slush. And so you try to go down the driveway, and you end up with no steering or breakage. And so I can get down it, but I slid my front end off of it once, and so I try to avoid that. But it just depends upon the rain we get as to whether the driveway is passable or not.
Copy that, copy that. Okay, well, I'm going to back on out, and we'll see who else comes on. KG6QHK, Bozo 1190, present.
I forgot it was, I don't know why I was thinking this is Wednesday. Yeah, no, tomorrow's supposed to be sunny, but I have to be home anyways. Tomorrow would be the day to do it, John, if you were going to do it.
Okay, yeah, that'll work.
W6BBS.
KG6QHK.
And I got you guys all on the list. Rob is going to be late tonight, so I get to keep the list. And you made it home, Ron?
Oh, yes, I did. And let's see, what other net did I already checked into another net. I think, it was Clovis, the amateur radio or whatever, CARP Pioneers, however they do it.
Well, we're going to make you a member of that club, too.
No, because when you go that way, I was always told when the signs turn brown, turn around. So I can't go to Clovis.
Very good. Okay, well, we're coming up on 7:30. Our fearless whistle should be here in a minute. K6USY.
W6BBS, KG6QHK.
Yes.
Hey, do you have all the stuff up there for what we were talking about, fashioning a 6-meter beam?
Yeah, I got several options there. For one, I've got out here. I just got to see how much of it's there, but I got a brand new driven element and a boom with no elements for a beam. I've got the 6M6 that I could temporarily take something off if I needed. I got enough stuff that I could maybe not build a beam tomorrow, but we can definitely get you a dipole put together. Over.
Okay, roger that. Yeah, it just occurs to me that the Ringo just ain't gonna cut it as far as sideband stuff, and I definitely want to work sideband on 6 meters. So, yeah, probably better to go horizontal. Just get it done, and if you want me to bring that Ringo back up, I can.
Oh, negative. I do not need that. I have no purpose for it. It was stuck up there on that where it was. You saw where it was until somebody came along that had a reason to have it. So you can have it. You can pass it along, or if you don't have room down there because you lack of space and want to bring it back and throw it in my antenna pile, that's fine. Sooner or later, somebody will want it. Over.
Copy that. Yeah, I'll keep it on the sidelines until something else comes up. But yeah, definitely need to go horizontal on 6.
Yeah, maybe we'll consider building you a quad loop that you can rotate. Who knows?
Good morning, or good afternoon, or whatever it is.
Good morning. Well, I will jabber just a little bit so that you can swallow. Sounds like you're chewing there, Mikey. Well, bunch of people in here. Aaron's already keeping the list for Rob, and I am W6BBS number 72. Good evening to you and to Judy. And I had a heck of a weather day here. As you know, I started out with snow, and after a while that turned to rain, and then after a while that turned to some sunshine, and then that turned to hail, and then that turned back to rain, and right now it's just cold. So I've had just about all of it except for heat today. K6MYC in the net, W6BBS.
Yeah, hello to John there. John, give me your Bozo number.
Bozo 1190 11900 KG6QHK, present and accounted for.
Okay. I knew what it was, but I wanted to hear it from your lips. Well, we had a little rain here today. About just about time we were going to go out and take a ride. About 2 o'clock, it rained for about 20 minutes. Not heavy. And then we went down and looked at all the water in the pond. They have one. The upper pond is every bit of 6 feet in diameter, and the lower pond is every bit of 6.5. Over.
Roger. Yep, it's still soaking in. We haven't got enough to start that stream flowing yet.
Well, you'd think so, but it just doesn't want to start.
Well, you got to remember, we didn't have anything last year. Was so disappointing, and so, this year, it's just been far enough apart that it's soaking in good. But one thing about it, it is filling that aquifer below all that pond in that area above it. So eventually, that's going to start flowing if we continue to get rain through next month.
Yeah, well, I guess we're a couple of days away from some more rain here, and it's pretty positive, so that's a good sign. Anyway, but it was cold today. They claimed it was going to get to 60, but it never did. We went out at about 4 o'clock or so. I think it might have been around in that area. and Judy said it was 46. Far from 60.
Yeah, roger that. I never paid attention. Well, you got a lot of people standing by here, Mikey, so I'll let you carry on with them, and they can all give you their weather reports as well. W6BBS.
K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100. And Rob will not be here until later, so I'm going to keep the list for him.
Okay, who'd you say won't be here till later? Rob, probably?
Yeah, Rob has to make a run down to Fresno to pick up his wife at the convention center, so he'll be around later.
Alrighty. Well, I'm pointed down to the south. Hopefully we'll get Rick in here. I don't know if we can get Rick on this up and down schedule. He likes to check in late on Wednesdays because of the interference he gets from the Southern California guy, so he checked in late last night, as you know. So I don't know whether he'll be early here tonight or we'll have to get him at the end of the net. But anyway, Rick, if you're down there, I sort of pointing your way, I believe. KB6RQU, K6MYC. Anybody else down south or anywhere, over?
KJ6TYO 1009 out west.
Oh, out west. Okay. Good evening, Ron. Good signal. Booming in. And you probably get ready to haul some more chicken wings, aren't you?
No, I'm going to take a trip to Idaho tomorrow. Go to a wedding on Saturday and back again Sunday.
Oh, my goodness. That's a quick trip. You're going to fly up, I take it.
Oh, no, man. I'm a driver. I put on 500 miles Tuesday just going from Fresno to Livingston 3 times, so 200 miles more, 711 miles to Idaho, no problem. All in a day's work.
Oh, boy. Okay. Yeah, well, I guess I used to be able to do that too. I never was a driver, a long-term driver, but I could get on and stay on for a long time. I remember driving one time back from East Coast. I think we came all the way from Atlanta in 2 days, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, well, a lot of driving. And I was driving a motorhome too, of all things.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. My father-in-law had passed away, and actually it wasn't Atlanta. It was even further. It was more toward the, South Carolina or someplace. It was a coast anyway. He was right on the coast, I think, or somewhere close. I don't remember exactly how that all worked. I thought maybe somebody brought the motorhome partially. That's why I'm thinking Atlanta, somewhere in that area, and then dropped it off. They couldn't get it back further. But he, that's a terrible thing about working all your life. He was a sheriff. He was all kinds of different things and worked for the school system here in Fresno State for a while. And retired and went on his first trip back east. He said, I'm going to go see the Atlantic Ocean. So he and his wife, my wife's mother and father, piled in the truck, in the motorhome, and drove to the East Coast. They parked on the beach. They stayed one night. Next night he got out, going to take a little short walk down the beach, and boom, heart attack, done, over. So he never got a chance to enjoy his retirement for more than about a week. But when the old good Lord wants you, he's going to take you. That's the problem. Anyway, that was why I was back there driving a motorhome home. Okay, let's see. I don't hear Rick down there. Got you, Ron, and I'm looking to see who else we might have in here. Maybe Kerry will be out. It's pretty cold in the shack. Kerry's trying to get over a cold. He may not be out there. Who else do we have here this evening? I got Rob checked in, by the way, Aaron, just because we know he'll be here sooner or later. K6MYC, listening for any other Bozo check-ins in the San Joaquin or within the sound of my voice.
K6MI 711.
Okay, good evening, John. Good signal. K6 Mexico, Italy, 711. K6 MYC. Good. And how are you, John? Did you get rained on down there?
No, but unless I didn't notice it. No, it was partly cloudy, but it was clear. Got my lawn reseeded so it can use some rain.
Okay. We had rain. It was sort of rained a little bit overnight, I guess, and then about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So it stayed sort of wet and cold almost all day. We had a little bit of window at about 3 o'clock, and I said, Judy, we better take a ride now or it's going to be over. And by the time we get home by 3:30, 3:45, it was getting pretty nippy out there. Anyway, it was nice, beautiful, patchy clouds and sunlight. So looking across the valley from our hilltop to the east foothills of Norbury and that area, we had patchy clouds and sun. So patches of sun, patches of green, patches of clouds. It was pretty, very pretty. Anyway, that was our day. I didn't do much else outside because it just wasn't calling me. Never got much up. I don't think we even reached 50. Yeah, it was nippy out there. Anyway, back to you, John, and maybe you can stir some other activity here. I've got the antenna down your way looking for Rick, KB6RQU, but we might have some others. We might get old AA6S and Alpha WA6AAJ in here as well. Maybe they'll get here before it's all over. Let's see. Pick it up and John and see if we can get anybody else in here before we go over. I don't think we're going to have a Tascadero. He doesn't check in on 432 hardly ever. We can make a quick pit stop there, but I don't think we'll get anything, and so then we'll go right over to Santa Cruz. I'm telling you, but you know the routine, but I'm telling John is on frequency, W6QHK. Our new 1190 member. Yeah, I think you're in Clovis, aren't you, John?
Yeah, that's affirmative. Down here, just off of Barstow and Willow. Just here in the garage, petting the pooch. He came in to visit me and wondering what the heck. He's looking up here with a puzzled look, looking what I'm doing. So he's having some fun. But otherwise, yeah, just kind of having some fun on sideband. Looking at listings for these HO loops. K6USY was saying that he's got a couple of them, and he's worked all the way down to Mexico in Tijuana. Of course, yeah, he said the other guy in Tijuana had a big tower with antennas on it, but he's still got down that far. So I'm kind of examining my options at the present moment.
Well, on 2 meters, you already got something better than that. You've got the 7-element, don't you?
Yeah, I've got the 2M7X on 2 meters, but here on 432, I've got this little beam that's it's flipped back up vertical because I was doing some testing earlier here and there, and with SWR I had some water intrusion from the rain, so I had to do some maintenance, but I have yet to flip it back horizontal. But I had originally bought it to work the repeaters in the area, so I mean, if I can get better results with the HO loops, I may just pick up a couple of those and stack them and keep those for single sideband.
Well, if you can do it, you ought to put up something bigger for 432, something. We have an antenna called an 18X 440 or 440-18. That would be a good size. It's about 11 and a half, 12 feet long, but very, very high gain and good performer. And you can reach out. You will definitely be able to work Mexico with that without any problem. The whole loops, you have to really be very lucky to get that propagation and then be able to take advantage of it. And with the Aggie and the 7-element that you have, it's a good combination of, yeah, the other one's just a tad longer, but not much. And you can be pointing them and hear all over the place. You should be able to hear most everybody that I work with that. So there you go. Let's see. Back to you, John. I was going to see if you had anything further. K6MY, and then we'll take another standby, K6MYC.
Very good. K6MI, also looking south for anyone. Worked on the IC 905 today, and also worked on the 6-meter linear commander two-holer that suddenly has the bias. Something happened to the bias. I've got 450 mils on key up, so that's not very good. Something in the bias went wrong. But projects. I've got also the commander 2-meter that I have to start working on as well. But I made progress today. K6 Mike Italy 711 looking south. Anyone out there?
Kilo Golf 6 Charlie Echo Fox 982.
Okay, got you, Daryl. 982. Hang on a second, John. What tubes are in the one where you've lost bias control?
3 CX800s, 2 of them.
Okay, that's a triode. That should be a Zener or something equivalent to a Zener. And it sounds like the Zener's just gone dead short. So you're not lifting the grids off the ground. You got your grids at ground, and so you're drawing heavy current. That would be typical. So it's either a 10 or a 12 or 11 volt Zener or something. That's what we would build if it was an 8877, but they may have done something more fancy, like a small regulator and then controlling the bias with that. But that's the area. Obviously, I'm not much of a you're as good a troubleshooter as I am or better, so I'm sure you'll find it. But that's where I would be looking. Obviously, the tubes and everything okay, and maybe a relay or something that's stuck too. It could be any of those. All right. Well, good luck with it, John. Always something, isn't it? Okay. KG6. Charlie Echo Fox, K6MYC. Go ahead, Daryl.
Oh, I just wanted to check in. Everybody sounds real good tonight.
Did you get the snow swept off the roof?
Oh, yeah, you bet. Oh, yeah, we had to put the chains on just to get out, as Ronnie would say. Yeah, it was nothing more than a bunch of slushy mess, really.
Yeah, Frank had about the same thing down there. I was talking to a friend of ours in Twainhart, though, up a little further in the hills, and he had 4 inches of snow this morning. About the same time, Frank texted us and said he had 1 inch of snow there. So it was nippy, and the snow was coming down pretty good. Anyway, good to hear you, Daryl, and we expect to hear Dave, maybe if he can get his butt out there in that cold shack, and also Dane, maybe. And Rob's going to be home a little later. He's picking up the wife in town. We'll have almost a full complement of 432 guys in here from Course Gold. QRZ again, K6MYC Bozo Net, looking south, KV6RQU or anybody, K6MYC. John, you might want to go down to 090 and see if you can pick up Ralph.
Okay.
Is it 1:45? I can't see the clock from here.
7:48. Yeah, close enough.
Close enough. Make some noise down there. I'm sure you'll work him. On the other hand, sometimes he's up at 110. That's where 110 or 120 is where they have their net. So he may be up there too. Never sure. All right, I guess we're a little light here tonight. AA6S, where are you, Bill? AAJ, where are you, Mike? Now, OIB hasn't been in here all week. Where's WA6 OIB? Kim? I hear a tone.
Yeah, I talked to Ken on Monday when I was up on the hill, and that's the last time I talked to him.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay. I don't. It's unusual that he misses. Well, he's got 1296 fixed, and he usually is on the 6-meter net also. But I think the only night he was in here was on Sunday night.
Yeah, he wasn't even on the 10-meter net last night. So, yeah, he wasn't anywhere last night. K6USY.
Oh, well, maybe he's under the weather. Hope not, but that's a possibility, I guess. Okay. Well, I guess we'll go toward Atascadero briefly. 211 for me. 211 degrees, and then we'll go on up to Santa Cruz at 270. So here we go. Okay, just on the outside chance that you're going to bless us with your presence, Ron. W6QUI. I'm still hiccuping from dinner. W6QUI, K6MYC. You around tonight, Ron? Doesn't appear so. So let's go to Santa Cruz. That's pretty close here. KW6 Sugar, KW6S, or Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, K6MYC Bozo Net, over.
K6MYC, KW6S.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, sounding pretty good, although I'm going to peek on you if I can. Go ahead, make a transmission, Tom. KW6S, K6MYC, and Judy's waiting for your number.
I knew that. As soon as I dropped the mic button, I realized I was disappointing Judy. So it's 6:10. And I'll try to do better. Yeah, things are going pretty well here, and cold but clear, and a little bit of rain, and good day to stay inside and work on the inside bench and move some antenna cables around and so forth. I appreciate Frank giving me the hint or the information on the station in Antarctica. I didn't get it. I never was able to hear it, but I could certainly see other people working it. So there don't seem to be on tonight, but I'll keep checking in. K6MYC, KW6S.
Well, let's hope you can work him. It may be that he's got a little better shot than you do with his hillside. That's on 160, so that's got to be tough for you, over.
Yeah, not only the no space to put antennas, there's a pretty high noise level in town here, and it just seems to be just really broadband stuff. It's nothing that I can really track down and try to do anything about. So, but I have worked Antarctica before, and I have worked some DX on 160, but it's a tough go. K6MYC, KW6S.
Okay, very good. Well, hopefully you'll get them.
Contact.
Go ahead, Frank.
KW6S, W6BBS. That's what I was thinking last night, because I was there working other people doing other things, and I was watching. I never saw you transmit, so I figured you couldn't hear them. And I thought I'd give you another heads up now. There's been a station on up at the, I forget what they call it, but it's the northernmost station up on the Arctic Circle. And there's a group up there right now, and they've been monitoring. and it's a Canadian call sign. But they've been monitoring, and they've been picking me up, and so I shot him an email and said, hey, when are you guys ever transmitting? And he emailed me back. They're going to be on next week. So you've already got Antarctica. Let's go for the northernmost station there is up there. Over, Tom?
Yeah, do you have a call for him?
I do. I'll have to find it. I don't remember what it is right off the top of my head right now. But if you're playing on, do you use the PSK reporter?
I don't use it directly. I think I use, what's it called? DX Map is where I usually get my spots.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that one. I know PSK Reporter, they pop up on there on several bands because they've got a monitor going, and that's where I got the call sign from. Over.
Probably a VE0 or VE9
for it. How will I tell them from another Canadian station?
Well, they're a VE0, and on the map you can see them way up there. I'll find that. How about VY0, Victor Yankee 0, Echo Romeo Charlie?
Okay, I'll take a peek for him. Thanks for the hint here, and maybe I'll manage to get one up there too. Hey, or W6BBS, KW6S, back to you, Mike.
Very good, yeah. And like I say, they're on there. They've been monitoring, and that's how I knew they were there, but I never saw them transmit, hence the email. And they're going to be on sometime next week transmitting. So good luck, Tom. KW6SW, 6BBS, back to net.
All righty. Thanks, Frank. Let's see. Tom, let's just see if by chance AF6 United Lee is in there. You'll hear him. I may not tonight, depending on where I have to point here. So Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, AF6U. Give it a whirl, Lee. K6MYC in the group on 2432 Bozo. Go ahead. AF6 United, K6MYC. We got you. I had to move quite a bit south for you, Lee. But you're Q5, but very light. But we've got your 1098. Thanks very much for being there. You're probably on the little 3 element, and it looks like the propagation is not spectacular tonight. Tom was up and down, so there's ups and downs, but we got you. Hopefully everything's okay over there. We had a mostly sunny, but cloudy, sunny, and a little bit of rain today. That was about it. Temperatures were cold. I don't think we got much past 50. AF6 United, K6MYC, over.
Well, we have similar temperatures up here. Actually, we have fairly warm daytime temperatures, but a couple of spells came through, and
Secondly, but Tom, did you catch who he worked at that was the highlight of his day? I missed that. He was in a fade.
I don't think it was anything he worked. It was just the weather.
What was the weather that was highlight of his day? T-shirts?
No. I think it was maybe hail. Lee, was that the highlight of the day, the hail?
Yes, sir. That little hailstorm that came through
Tom. You keep that up, you're going to have hail to pay, Lee. Got to get that bigger antenna up so I can hear you there. Okay, 7-3, Lee, and we'll catch you guys Sunday night. Look for you Sunday night here. Hopefully you have a good weekend. Good evening to you, Tom, and hopefully you'll have a continued success getting wires hooked up in your shack there. On the other hand, you probably want to get outside a little bit too. We didn't get motivated either. We did go outside just for a short while. Took a ride down to see our empty ponds. Not much water, about 6-foot diameter puddles in the ponds, so we're not getting what we want in there. 7-3 guys, KW6S for your final, Tom, K6MYC.
Yeah, very good, Mike. Yeah, this Sunday I'll be getting up in the dark to go to the flea market over at one of the colleges over there. Not De Anza. I know how to get there. I can never remember the name of it. And this is the kickoff of the flea market season, so we'll see how that goes. We usually have a group that gets together and goes, and I'm just putting out an email to see if that's going to happen or if I'm going to drive in the dark myself. Anyway, catch you Sunday night and tell you all my wonderful finds. Maybe I'll even find some KLM equipment or something. K6MYC, KW6S.
Yeah, Roger. Well, it's either De Anza or Foothill. Which?
I think it's West Valley. I don't think it's Foothill. Well, I know it isn't Foothill, and I know it isn't De Anza, but it's up closer to Los Gatos.
Yeah, that would be West Valley. I forgot about that one. That wasn't there when I just getting started when we were in that area. All right. Good luck and drive safe in the dark. And hopefully it doesn't rain on you. 7-3 KW6 Sugar K6MYC going to the Bay Area and see if we got any takers up there. Bay Area, 432 Bozo Net, K6MYC, standing by.
That's okay, Mike. Good evening.
K6KLY.
Whiskey India Sugar.
Okay, I have 3. Fred, take one and give Judy your number, and then we'll get it over to Russ, and then we'll get it over to Paul up there. Sounds like you're feeling a little better, Paul. KD6S, okay. Go ahead, Fred. K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening to you and Judy. Number is 507. Yeah, with like you said, it was kind of sunshine, then cloudy, then sunshine, a little bit of rain, and in the end of the day it was sunny. But it's cold out now. It never got above 50 really, and I don't know what tomorrow's going to be like. Anyway, good signal, Mike, as usual. So back to you, KD6S, okay.
Yeah, well, your weather report's identical to mine. Didn't get over 50, and it was rainy and a little rain, but mostly sunshine and clouds. But not a pleasant day outside because it was damp and pretty cold. It never did warm up. 50 was the high. Most of the time when we were outside, it was in the 40s. Barf. Good enough, Fred. Good to hear you. Big, strong signal tonight. Good propagation. Let me shoot it up to Russ. Russ, good evening. K6KLY, K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening, K6KLY. Just checking in. Don't check into too many Thursday nights here. Judy, my number is 111. I hope everything's going okay down there. Nothing new up here. K6KLY.
And how is Willie?
Willie's doing just fine. Let's see here. He's laying on the floor on the other side of the room.
Good. He's taking care of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good to hear you, Russ. And thanks for giving us a Thursday night treat here with your 432 check-in. Hi. Good signal. Good, strong signal from everybody, including Paul coming on the backscatter path. So I'm sure you guys will hear Paul as well. Here it comes, Paul, K6WIS, recovered from heavy chemo, K6MYC.
Hi, good evening, Mike. K6MYC in the group, K6WIS Passable era, returning. Yeah, I'm pointed a little bit south of the Bay Area, so I don't know if the Bay Area folks would be able to hear me. I'm pointed be about 200 degrees at your optimum signal direction, when I've got you about a 5 by 4. But yes, I'm feeling a lot better after Tuesday and Wednesday. But over the weekend, I'll start to go downhill and feel weaker, because that will be the major effects in the second week. But then in the third week, I sort of do a curve upwards again and recover, getting ready for my sixth and final chemo session there, Mike. So anyway, I hope you can copy that all well. Back to you, K6WIS, over.
Yeah, no, I got perfect copy on you. You're very loud. You may want to bring the antenna up more toward Loma Prieta or Amanum or Mount Hamilton or something, because I'm beaming pretty much in that direction right into the middle of San Jose. And you're very loud and very steady. Okay, on your health, and you're coming up on the, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel once you get through this one. So, good deal. And hopefully that'll be the end of it. Anyway, good signal. Do you have anybody up there to check in, or were you just taking yourself in the package in the picture here? Over.
Yeah, no one else to check in, Mike. Just me. So nice to hear you again on the net, and thanks for taking it. 73 from K6WIS.
Okay, very good, Paul. Well, enjoy the weekend. Hopefully you'll feel better. And like you say, maybe not. By Sunday you start going downhill again for your second round of collapse there. Anyway, hopefully you'll feel better. And the weather will be good for you. Make you feel better anyway, weather-wise. You probably had some snow up there yesterday, didn't you?
Nope, no snow, just very cold rain. It was in the mid-30s all day, and it was a cold night. So maybe next week we'll get snow. We haven't had any snow here yet. We usually get dumped on at least once during March, so I'm looking out for it next week, over.
Hello, Paul. Who was that, broke in?
Yeah, I think that's Dennis, WB6ISO. Good evening, Dennis. Thanks, Dennis, for the consolidations or whatever, but well wishes, it's appreciated, and I think the mic can hear you, so I don't think I need to check you in, relay your check in there, Dennis. You're 5 by 9 plus, over. Dennis, back to net control. Mike, you take it.
Yeah, tell him he's checked in. We got him.
Okay, Dennis, you are checked in officially.
Okay, very good. By the way, our friends in Twainhart, WB6GGY in Twainhart, I think maybe similar height to you, I think. He had 4 inches of snow last night, so I don't know where he is with respect to you. Maybe a little south, but not very far south. But he may be higher than you are. I don't know where Twainhart reference to Placerville is. But he had 4 inches of snow. So there you go. 7-3, Paul, thanks for the check-in. Thanks for relaying, Dennis. I could copy him sometimes, but he was in and out and very, very weak. I can't hear him when I'm not pointed up that way. Still pointed toward the Bay Area and looking for other check-ins. 7-3, K6WIS, K6MYC, clear and standing by for check-ins from the Bay Area.
Whiskey Bravo 6, Whiskey November India 1090.
I got you, Gary. Hang on a second. There was somebody else with you. Who was the other one beside WB6WNI? Go ahead. Who was the other check-in? Over. My might have been just Paul saying 70 trees. Good evening, Gary. Give Judy your number, and you're pretty good copy tonight. I haven't moved the antenna yet. Over.
Oh, very good.
Well, K6BBG 971.
Jim and Jim. JNN and BQL are also with me here, not in the area, but not in the house. So anyway, I just wanted to say hi, and the 6 meters was funny. I listened to the show on YouTube, and you had such a low noise, I was jealous. Here it was like arcing machines were in my backyard, but 6 meters, I was surprised the noise level was so low, and that's why you could hear me. Otherwise, it would have been a bust. Anyway, I'm going to say 73, and again, the number is 1090, Judy. But you have both Jims standing by. K6MYC, baby, 679.
Okay, very good, Gary. Okay, on 6 meters, yeah, I'm sorry about your noise. But you couldn't hear me through the noise. You had to listen on the stream. Is that what you were doing?
It was after. I heard you on and off through the noise. It was only the next day I listened to the stream. But no, we did it for real. I'm happy to say for real. Anyway, back to you, Mike.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gary. Well, thanks much. Good to have you check in here. Not real strong, but very Q5. And Judy got your number without any trouble. Thanks much, and good to hear you. We'll look for you Sunday night. Have a good weekend. WB6WNI, K6MYC, still looking for more check-ins from the Bay Area.
How about 971?
Well, you're not in the Bay Area, Dave. I know it's cold. You want to go back in the house. Go ahead. We got your 971, Dave. Go ahead.
All right, K6BBG 971. Thank you.
Yeah, we called you earlier, but you weren't out there yet.
No, I had to turn the heater on before I could come out here. It was like 30 degrees in this place.
Tell me about it. Yeah, I know it got cold today. We never got much over 50. We didn't even get to 50, I don't think, but it didn't snow here, but it came awful close. I know you guys had snow up there.
Yes, we did. And then this afternoon we had, hail. For about an hour and a half, we had hail here, and it just turned everything white again.
Yep, those little white babies. Okay. Yeah, Frank is on frequency, and he said he had the same thing that you had there. All kinds of weather today. Hail, snow, rain, sun, clouds, everything. Wind. I don't know about wind. Did you? You probably didn't get much wind. We didn't have any wind here to speak of. It might have been a lightest little breeze, but it wasn't anything noticeable. All right. Thanks for checking in here, Dave. Go back in the house if you want. K6BBG, K6MYC. Okay, looking for any other check-ins in the Bay Area before we move on up to Oakley. This is K6MYC, Central California. Bozo Net. I heard Whiskey Bravo. I think it's Whiskey Bravo something. Give us, everybody put your ears to the speakers. Let's see if we can hear this guy. Who is the Whiskey Bravo? Go ahead, go ahead.
W6PQ.
That's JNN.
I got you, Jim. Yeah, you're typically that very weak signal on 432 again. WB6JNN. WB6JNN 285. Thank you, Jim. Very, very light. And I also hear W6PQL. Good evening to you, Jim. 1296. W6PQL, there might have been a third one. So you guys could tell me if you heard anybody else in there. We had some help on this side as well. W6PQL in the group, K6MYC.
I'll start talking here. I have to listen to the live stream in order to be able to copy you, Mike, because you're extremely weak. There you go. That's better. You're there. Yeah, you had to go a little bit further north, just like you just did for me. I'm more along the Marin County area. But I'm copying you fine now, and I can hear myself coming back okay on the live stream. So good evening to you. And nothing to speak of here today. We didn't have any events. Overnight we had some quarter of an inch of rain. That was it. K6NYC W6P2L.
Yeah. Funny weather. Couldn't decide what it was going to try and do here today, and it varied all over the place. Just go a few miles and it was different. Anyway, good to hear you. Yeah, you're fading dramatically here. You're probably hearing it on me. You get 5 or 10 words out, and all of a sudden 2 words almost fade out completely. So a very herky-jerky band between you and I at the moment. Let me see if I can pull Jim through. I may have to wiggle the antenna. I had it peaked for Jim, and that, of course, puts me in a null for you. 73s, W6PQL 73s, and over to you, Jim. Let me see if I can get a readable signal from you. WB6JNN, K6MYC, over.
Okay, stand by, JNN. MYC still on here, K6KLY.
No, that's right. Just tell him I can't copy him. I'm getting every other third word, not even getting full words. I'm just getting sounds. So the path is really poor, Ross. Go ahead.
Roger. JNN, he can barely hear you, but he's checked you in the QSL. JNN. WB6JNN, K6KLY. K6KLY. Mike has you checked in okay, but he's not able to get Q5 copy from you. K6KLY. Roger. Who else is in the Bay Area wanting to check in?
I don't hear anybody, Russ. We got, I think, most everybody. KB6BA, WA6AXX, and KB6 are Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie are the only ones left. Over.
Okay, we got a KO6, I believe it's HQR, Hotel Queen Radio. Is that correct? Okay, and he's in San Jose. He's checking in, Mike.
I can't hear him, but he's the latest Bozo. I think his number is 1192. We just worked him last night. So confirm that's 1192. I forgot the handle.
Roger, HQR, remember your number is 1192. Roger, he confirms, Mike.
Okay, get his handle for my recollection, please.
And his call.
I'm sorry, Mike, you doubled again, Mike.
I said we need his call sign. Somebody wants his call, but I need his name.
Yeah, HQR, your name again? His handle's John, John.
Roger, John, very fine. That's KO6HQR, I believe. Hotel Queen Radio, right?
Roger.
Is it okay, Aaron?
Yeah, thanks, Mike. He's just not on the website yet. K6USY.
Yes, he is not. That's right. He just got in here last night, first time. KO6HQR. right, very good. Well, thanks. Tell him thanks very much for checking in, if you would, Russ. He's brand new. He just checked in for the first time last night, so it's nice to have him back it up with a 432 attempt here. I told him we probably wouldn't hear him. It's a very small balcony-mounted antenna for 432. Very small, and he's vertically polarized as well, I think. K6KLY in the group, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike. Johnny, thanks you for checking in. Is there anybody else here in the Bay Area that wants to check into the Bozo Net? Come now. Negative copy, Mike. All yours.
Okay, no copy here either. Thanks again, Ross. Appreciate the help. I wouldn't have been able to pull that one out. Nobody else was going to hear him either. He's over, I think, by the airport there somewhere, but just a real tough situation. He's in an apartment house, and so he's up on the second floor, but on the balcony over. All right, I'm going to go a little further north here. Look for KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. KB6 WFC, Mike, are you in there anywhere? I hear WB6JNP. Go ahead, Dane, make a transmission.
Okay, nothing new to report. Like 100th of rain since yesterday. So that's about it.
You're very light. Hang on, let me just work N6RO quickly, and then I'll move the antenna a little bit further and be able to pick you up. I thought I'd get you out of a null, but you're in the hole here. I think you said 1.25 inches of rain since yesterday. Is that what you said?
0.14.
0.14 since yesterday. Frank had 1 inch today, so he's up higher. He's getting all the rain. You're not. We probably got about 1/10 of an inch also, over.
Okay, well, anyway, we'll just be here in the background.
Okay, well, I just got you in a bad spot, that's all. It's readable, but it's just way down from normal. All right, let me go just a little further here. Well, I'm actually pointed right at Ken. N6 Radio Oscar, did you get 107, right? Yeah. N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO.
Yeah, you're way down. Something not right?
That's because I was beaming the South Bay. I heard Jim at S8 and Russ. I'm now coming around to you, N6RO.
You only had to bump it just a smidgen, and you popped right up there. Very good. N6RO 835 K6MYC. Good evening, and good booming signal now, over.
Yeah, okay. K6MYC, Bozo 8, N6RO, Bozo 835 for Judy. And temperature range was 45 to 59. Dinner was steelhead trout and asparagus. And the 1296 amplifier arrived today, and Gary's coming up to help me install it and fix the 220 feed line on Saturday. So we're approaching normalcy here. N6RO.
Back to ground zero. Coming out of the basement, huh? Okay. Very good, Ken. Well, solid copy, of course, here on this band, no problem. And you had mentioned that you were expecting the 1296. I'm glad it came in on schedule. Hopefully it plugs in and works right off the bat without any issues. And it sounds like it will, because it sounded like it was a flaw in the original assembly or design or something there that had that wrong resistor value in there. Anyway, Saturday's a big day. Hopefully it won't rain on you, and you can get that 1296 or the 222 feed line sorted out as well. We didn't go outside much today. Your temperatures were a lot warmer up there than here, so that is a good sign, because we can expect that tomorrow. We didn't get, if we got to 50, we didn't see it. But Judy went out and looked at the temperature gauge, and it was 46. And it was about 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It was 46 here. and I think it got to 50, but I can't swear to it. So it was nasty. Not pleasant to be outside today. We did take a ride, went out and looked at our ponds, and we have a 6-foot diameter puddle in the big pond and a 6.5-foot diameter puddle in the bottom pond. Over.
Hey, Ken.
Oh, I've got a 4-foot diameter in my driveway from the rain more than a week ago. We didn't have any last night. And had another comment, but I've already forgotten it.
I remember what I couldn't remember to tell you last night. It's related to the taking of the pills, the capsules. I'll get to that in a second. Your 4-foot puddle in the driveway is fine, but I've got a 6-foot puddle, but the only difference is mine are 12 feet deep and yours aren't. Over.
Hey, Ken.
Oh, they're just enough to make a mess of the cars. When we have a heavy rain, I have several ponds that get up to 12, 20 feet long, but they're 3-4 inches deep. Anyway, I'm having fun chasing a space station, and other than that, no breaking. Oh yeah, big day today. Appliance failure. My clothes washer machine had a heart attack and pumped water all over the shack floor. And I've ordered a new one, and I've got my tenant, who's a good plumber, is going to fix some of the fittings that are 45 years old and seized up. Anyway, that's the price of owning property. N6RO.
Don't you love it? Oh my God! Did you have a cement floor in there?
Yeah, it's all cement. That also, we're seeing some settling. I've got cracks in the concrete in the shack now, and plenty of them out on the apron of the driveway.
What do you expect when you run 20 kW amplifiers and the power supplies along with it? That's going to break the floor.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, Frank's got a comment for you. Go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, hi, Ken. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
All right, I want to go back to the beginning of your conversation. You mentioned your engineers coming over, blah, 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 and you made a comment that you were getting back to normalcy. And I have a little bit of a request. When you hit that normalcy state, can you teach the rest of us what it's all about? Over.
You took a fade, Frank. Something about normalcy?
Yeah, I was just asking, when you get to normalcy, can you teach the rest of us what normalcy is all about?
Oh, I doubt it very much. I'm not normal these days. Anyway, I got to run. We got a Zoom meeting in 1 minute. See you all Sunday, N6RO.
Okay, just tell us what the new normal is. That's what we want to know. 7-3, see you Sunday.
That's it.
1179.
Okay, 1079. Who is that? That's Aaron. Go ahead. Oh, who is 79?
That was 1179.
1179. Hi, John. KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima, KD6 WVL, K6MYC. Not real strong. Let me come around on you a little bit. Make a 30-second transmission, John. Over.
Yeah, okay, Mike, you're in there pretty good. And send a data right when I made a call. Yeah, that's 79 Kilo Delta 6 Whiskey Victor Lima. Trying to make it 50 watts in an 8-fill loop.
Yeah, you must be. Are you vertical still?
Relay.
Oh, he's on a whole loop. Okay, go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, I was just going to tell you, he's 50 watts in a whole loop. Where are you located?
I'm in Modesto.
Oh, yeah, okay, 50 watts in a whole loop, Mike, down in Modesto. That's why I hear him so good, because I got just a straight shot looking right down at him. Over.
Yeah, Frank's looking right down your throat. He's about 12, 15 miles north of me. Puts him a lot closer to you, and he's about 1,200 feet higher than I am here, so that's why he hears you so well. We got you, but it's just not bodacious, John. But thanks for checking in with your 1179. KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima, Modesto, K6MYC. Over.
Okay, Mike, thank you for the relay. You guys have a good evening. KD6 WVL.
we got you all okay, and conditions are not spectacular. We would lose you all together on a bad night. This is a mediocre night, and you're fine. On a good night, you'd be easy copy. Thank you, John, and yeah, your whole loop's doing fine. I think we've got a little blockage in the way between you and me, so you'll hear other people with the whole loop further out. 7-3 KD6 WVL with Frank W6 Bravo Sierra. Go ahead, Frank, K6MYC.
All right, very good. Yeah, you're welcome for the relay. Glad to do it anytime. Carry on, Mike, K6MYC W6 BBS.
Okay, there you go. Let's see. Is there anybody else while I'm pointed in this direction, sort of 315 or so? This is Clear Lake. I'm aiming toward Clear Lake. I don't know if they have 432 on or not. I haven't heard Clear Lake forever. They've given up on us here. All right, I'm going to go toward Sacramento then. The heck with you. There's Sacramento, and that should be close to you, Darren. KJ6 KFB K6MYC.
Well, you're getting there, Mike. 756 Kilo Julius 6 Kilo Foxtrot Bravo.
Yeah, pretty good for 20 watts there, Darren. Pretty good, solid copy. Quite a bit stronger than the station with the whole loop in Modesto. Hi. Same power, I guess. He had he had 50 watts, but he only had a whole loop. But you're doing fine there this evening. Good evening, and hopefully things are well for you. And what was your temperature today? Did you ever make a measurement?
Well, we're definitely having conditions up and down, and we just dissipate. We keep in contact. I'll get out of the way. KR6MR, KO6KD, and possibly others are waiting in the wings for you. Hop on along.
Yeah, I said, what was your temperature today? What was your temperature today, Aaron?
Oh, the outdoor temperature? Oh, heck, I didn't even look. I did step outside. It was definitely into the 70s.
You think you really got to 70 degrees?
No.
Boy, he's up and down. Okay, well, we'll find out. Doesn't matter. I was just curious. It was 62 or something in Oakley, so that's not unreasonable. He might have gotten to 70. Who said no? Go ahead.
Bill, we got the 58 today. Mike, 58 here in Roseville.
Okay, 58. Good evening, Bill.
Good evening, Mike. Good evening to everybody else on the Bozo Net, KO6.
I'm trying to get a peek on you, but the band is changed tonight. I'm getting Darren at a different spot, and you were a better copy when I was pointed toward Darren, which is not normal. Go ahead.
Okay, well, anyway, yeah, which is, I was hearing you fine. That's always the way it seems. Whenever you point towards me, you drop off. I don't know why it is, but anyway, okay, well, that's it. I'll get out of the way. John's out here waiting, and I'll stand by. That should have been enough chatter for you to try to get the antenna on me. Hello, check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
No, I've got you. I was just asking if Judy got your numbers. She did. So 73 for now. We missed you this morning, but we'll look for you tomorrow. We'll look for you tomorrow there, Bill. We were all a little bit late, but Frank was in there this morning, as was Phil, a little bit late as well. Everybody was on the late side, closer to 9 than 8:30. Over.
Yeah, I guess this thing, I guess my Leo monitor device on this thing's not working because so I seem to be drifting or something now. I'm not sure why. Okay, well, this radio away.
you're not drifting. You're just going up and down in signal strength. Over. KO6KD, K6MYC. I say you're not drifting, and I'm not drifting. You're just going up and down in signal length level.
I think it's time for me to sell the radios and get out of the hobby. I'm having too many problems with not being able to hear things, and so I don't know what's going on. So, all right, anyway, I'll say 7-3 for now and get out of here before my head explodes. KO6 Kitty.
Well, you worry about stuff you shouldn't worry about. You just have to wait for me to find you. I got a path to you now, but it's not where it normally is. Over.
Yeah, I'm not hearing you quite as well as you were, but you were a lot louder at first. But anyway, it's just the phase I'm going through. You know, perhaps maybe, I guess I have a problem.
Well, the band's just going up and down. Darren did the same thing. He came in real strong, and then he went right down in the noise, and I couldn't get what he was saying about temperature. So you can see it was just up and down, and you're doing the same thing. You come up real nice and strong, not moving the antenna at all. Comes up nice and strong, no flutter, and then all of a sudden the flutter takes over and you go right down in the noise. So just very poor conditions tonight, north-south. East-west was okay. Not spectacular, but not bad. But north-south is not good. 7-3, and we'll see you in the morning. KO6KD. Over to you, John. KR6MR, K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. K6MYC in the group. KR6MR. Bozo 759. How do you copy? Over.
It's Q5, but going from medium to light. Over.
Roger, roger. You're pretty hard to copy, too. You finally moved your antenna quite a bit. That seems to be working now.
Well, you quit on me, and I was moving. Go ahead.
Yeah, your AGC is struggling. There's a bunch of hits coming from up north. A lot of noise up there. K6USY.
Yeah, I know what's happening. That's why I'm having trouble copying. There was somebody also doing. That was different. I hadn't heard that before.
That was me putting your AGC on fast real quick, and immediately put it back on mid because it sounded awful.
Yeah, no, you can't run it fast. It just destroys everything.
KM6SRR.
Yeah, good evening, Rob. Hang on, we're trying to get finished up with John here. John, give me a long enough transmission I can get a peek on you. The band is moving up and down so fast I can't tell when I've really got a real peak. I'm going all the way from 345 down to 325, and I just can't find a good spot. Over.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Sorry that we're having a technical issue tonight. It should be doing pretty good where you're at right now. Geez, I don't know what else to say. Yeah, the weather here is miserable. It tried to rain, but it didn't. But maybe tomorrow will be better. Over.
Yeah, well, that was solid copy. It's just that some nights, and this antenna pattern is very sharp, some nights it doesn't matter because the signals are dispersed or diffused over quite a wide azimuth pattern. But tonight I have to be absolutely dead on, or it's all over the place. And it's not even good then, but it's better. So that was perfectly solid and hardly any fading. So it makes all the difference in the world when I get peaked on you there. Anyway, sounds good, and If I missed your previous transmission, so if you passed on anything that was relatively important, I missed it. K6MYC.
No, Mike, nothing important. I'll let you go on to Nevada if you're still around. K6MYC, KR6MR back in.
Okay, very good. Let me get it over to you, Rob. Good evening. I know you went into town to get Candy. Hopefully you got her. And you have her here. And Judy says hi, Candy. KM6SRR, K6MYC in the group. Maybe he's still getting dinner going there.
Okay, yep, we just got here, picked her up from the hotel across the convention center. They had some conference that she went to there, an awards presentation for a video that she produced and did all the writing and stuff for. And had spent most of the day down there with Marcus because I had to bring her down in the morning, 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock to get started. Anyway, I'm glad I made it, KM6SR.
Okay, how come Marcus isn't checking in here?
Well, I don't know. He finds it hard to get a word in edgewise. Excuse me. I told him just to, break in and call, but I don't know. I think he knows how to work some of the equipment. Sometimes he has issues getting on the band. Over.
Okay. You got him all set up, and then he can't get on the band?
Well, yeah, pretty much, I guess. I don't know. I haven't been pushing on that too much. He's got all kinds of stuff he's wanting to do, so we're trying to help him do other stuff too.
I understand. All righty. Anyway, we've got you in here, and I think we're pretty much done. I got to go to Nevada. Let me get KE6UQL in here. KE7UQL, I should say, and then we'll be done. So here we go to Nevada.
Hi, Rob.
How you doing, Aaron? K6USY, KM6SRR.
I'm doing good. I got a list for you, so don't worry about writing anything down for the net. K6USY.
Roger, thank you.
All right, let me see if Daniel's up there. KE7UQL. KE7 Uniform Quebec London. KE7UQL. K6MYC Bozo Net. Calling and listening. You're in there tonight, Daniel?
Sir, Roger. Here is 272. This is 272 KE7UQL. Over.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Good evening, Daniel. KE7UQL, not a bad signal, a little warbly, but we know how that is. And I wonder if you've heard anything from Larry at all. Has he poked his head out of the ground like Groundhog Day or anything? Over?
Negative, all quiet up here on the northern front. Over.
Okay, all quiet on the eastern front. Okay, very good. Well, thanks very much for being there. I don't know whether we're late or early here, but we're here. And so I won't keep you. We'll look for you Sunday night. Thank you very much for your attendance, as always. 272, Daniel. Judy went out of the room for a second. Didn't get your number there. Very good. 7-3, Daniel. Thank you. And we'll see you on 2 meters on Sunday night. KE7UQL with a pause for N7WT if he's outside and turning the antennas. K6MYC. Nothing heard. Go ahead, Daniel.
Okay, Roger. K6MYC. KE7UQL. Good to hear you tonight. We'll give you a 7-3 and look for you on Sunday. Good night.
Good night, Daniel. Is there anybody else that's hearing Daniel tonight? I guess not. Okay, 7-3, my friend, and we'll see you Sunday. KE7UQL. In the snow. We had snow down here. Quite a few of the members, the Bozo other members down here got snow as well. So you're not the only one that got a little snow. You probably got way more than we got, though. 7-3, KE7UQL, K6MYC. I think we're done. We could see. Anybody heard John? Did John ever catch up with us to tell us he worked or he didn't work? John, Ralph down there.
I saw him transmitting down there, but he hasn't made it back on frequency.
Okay, but you haven't seen him down there for a few minutes, right? At least a half an hour?
Oh, yeah, that was, he transmitted down there a couple times, and then I hadn't seen anything since. But, yeah, we're so close, he was bleeding over.
Yeah, okay. Well, chances are that it means he did not get Ralph. Ralph's got a net also that he holds at the same time we do here. And I think he does it up on 120. So that's a place where we ought to look. You got to remind me to look for Ralph on 120. But I think it starts at 7 too. So it's a little. You've got to get there quickly at the beginning, or we won't hear him.
Yep, and you got to get him when he's pointed this direction.
Well, yeah, that always helps. The last time I heard, though, he couldn't rotate his antennas. I think that was the problem with John. He's got something broken on his 432 system. He can only rotate 1296, but 432's on a different tower and it doesn't rotate. I remember Bill mentioning that the last couple of times. He says, yeah, I can't work Ralph anymore. He can't rotate.
He's got to get somebody young to go up the tower and fix it.
Are there any left?
Maybe not.
Yeah, that's the problem. Although we were down at a store, Frank and I were at a store down in South Fresno the other day. Not a store, it was actually a facility selling commercial solar equipment and rails and stuff, and we bought those rails. But there was a young fellow behind the counter, and boy, he was all cranked up to become a ham. So we gave him all the information on testing and where to look for questions, and I gave him Ken's email address to check in with Ken so he could find out when Ken's classes are and when your club down there is going to give the tests and stuff. So he was cranked, and he was a young fellow. He was very excited. It would be good to get his age in here. Help out us old duffers.
Well, yeah, considering I'm going to be 40 in 2 years.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, we're hearts are bleeding for you.
Man, that's old.
I'm twice that and then some.
Yeah, I just had to mention it.
Yeah, trying to make us feel bad. I can remember when I was 40. That's when Christ was a kid.
I've got socks that old.
Well, I keep threatening the quarter-century wireless guys that I can join them in like 3 years.
There you go. All right. Well, listen, Rob, good evening to you. Say goodnight to Candy. We're going to get out of here. Judy and I are going to go have a little dessert. She whipped up a taco for dinner, and we got to put something on top of that might be cold and sweet. I'm looking forward to a little tiny, tiny bowl of ice cream with some granola over it. Ooh. All righty. Let's see you guys sometime through the weekend, one way or the other, maybe. If not, then Sunday. But Frank, we'll see you maybe in the morning on 40, and Saturday 20 meters, if you have anything up.
Well, it's up there, but I still haven't taken it down. I got to lay the tower over to get to the balun in that part of the feed line because that's where it's at. There's water or something in it back there, so I can't do that. Yeah, I'll be on 40 in the morning, and then Saturday morning. The trouble with trying to get on is if I wait long enough for you guys to be on, then that doesn't put me getting down there till almost noon. So days I'm coming down there, don't expect me to be on. Over.
No, that's fine.
All right, well, good night to you, and thank you for doing the net. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Rob, even though you were late. But you put up with my teasing you on the phone, so that's good. Good night, all. W6BBS.
Okay, good night, Frank. Good night, Rob. Good night, Aaron. Good night, anybody else that's left here. John, if you're listening, K6MYC Bozo Net. Bye-bye.
What was your count? I got 27.
Same? Yeah, Judy agrees, 27.
Okay, Roger. I'll shoot it over to Rob so you can put the list together. Good night, guys. K6USY.
Okay, good night all. KM6SR. And no problem on the ribbon there, Frank. Enjoy it. And Mike, you're killing me on this little cold bowl of stuff, but that's okay. I'll see if I can't find some cookies or something here. And Candy says thank you to Judy there, and you guys have a good evening. K6MYC, KM6SR, and Aaron, and Brittany, if she's listening in the other room, K6USY, KM6SR. 73, and thanks for the help.
73, Rob.
Alrighty, good night to everybody on YouTube. We're going to cut you loose. K6USY, Delta Mike 06.